Hi, my name is Anna Palacio, and I'm the host of The Power of Gentle Talk, and it's aired through WBZT 1230 AM and iHeartRadio, right here in West Palm Beach, Florida. Earlier this year, I had a wonderful opportunity to interview Steve Maman. He is the founder of CYCI, Liberation for Christian and Yazidi Children of Iraq. He has liberated more than 140 Christian and Yazidi children forced into sexual slavery from ISIS. And this has earned him international recognition. Steve Maman is a Jewish Canadian businessman who has decided to help the Yazidi people from the oppression and from the atrocities that ISIS has been committing towards them.
Who are the Yazidis? Estimates put the global number of Yazidis at around 700,000 people, with the vast majority of them concentrated in the northern part of Iraq, in and around Sinjar Mountain. A historically misunderstood group, the Yazidis are predominantly ethnically Kurdish and have kept alive their syncretic religion for centuries, despite many years of oppression and threatened extermination.
So after watching a video where a mother and daughter were getting raped.
A woman whose husband was actually strapped to a chair. He was forced to look at his children and his wife get raped by combatants. And once they were finished, you would think, okay, you've heard enough. They beheaded him in front of his wife and children. And they took the women and children with them, and they got sold to prostitution or sexual slavery, whichever way you want to call it.
Several conversations later, and many phone calls, it was set. Off I went to Athens, Greece, with my cameraman, Sergio. The mission was to capture, reality. Steve was gracious enough to meet us at the airport, and of course informed me that there was really no time to waste. The refugees were waiting at the port of Athens. That would be the first camp that we would visit.
I'm here at one of the refugee camps where the Yazidi children, men and women, are being held, awaiting further help, further assistance. Where they go to next is still kind of uncertain because it changes, the fate changes from port to port. These are some of the children that are waiting here. They have no food. There's no food, there's nothing to drink. I myself brought some chips, some apple chips that I had for me. I gave it out to one of the little girls, and she and everybody else that is asking to give me some. This is one of the refugee camps, and people are just waiting here. They're hanging out here for someone to help them. Right now, Steve Maman is here with some of his crew, and we're just waiting to see exactly how we can help maybe some of them. But here they are. These are the children that we're trying to save, that we want to make you aware that they need help.
As Sergio and I looked around the camp and decided to start filming, we started taking images of people that were sleeping on the floor. Some were outside of the camp. Although it's a huge building, as you can see, there wasn't enough at times to contain the amount of people that I estimate was about 900 people or so that were being held at this camp. Not all of the refugees at this camp were Christian and Yazidi. There was all kinds of refugees, but CYCI was focusing on providing the help for the Christian and Yazidi refugees that needed to get to Germany. So the impression that you get from the children right away is of hunger. They were all asking for something to eat. The others would be just parents and individual people just wondering, like, what next? Where am I off to next? What's going to happen to me?
There's Syrians, there's Afghanis, there's Iranians, and there's people from Iraq. Iraqis here.
Okay, so in particular, we're going to be speaking to the Yazidis that you've liberated from ISIS.
Yes. So here what we have are people that actually escaped. They escaped Sinjar Mountain, and Shingal Mountain. They are Yazidis that were persecuted by ISIS. They were ran away from their homes. They went to Turkey. They sat in Turkey for almost a year, and they were able to actually make it to Lesbos on boats. As you know, a lot of them sink. A lot of these boats sink, and a lot of people lose their family members on their way there. And the people that you see here actually are the ones that made it. They made it to Lesbos. We're in Athens today. We financed them all the way from Lesbos all the way to Germany. So the group that's here today is the group that Daoud Jaju, our CYCI representative in Lesbos, has sent here. And we're going to meet them here now. They're all looking at us, waiting to meet us. I guess they want to say thank you because they're going to get a chance at life in Germany.
Well, I want to say thank you to you. And I also wanted to take this opportunity to mention that one of the reasons I am here is because there's been so much controversy as to what Steve Maman and his group is doing. And I want to tell you, this is for real.
I learned to integrate what the Kardashians say. Any news is good news. I mean, at the end of the day, everybody knows what we're doing. We've helped 2,000 Yazidis as of today. Today alone was 478 people that CYCI has helped to reach Germany. I mean, the people are the witnesses. The rumors or the people that oppose CYCI, and I invented a word. There's Holocaust deniers and there's CYCI deniers. The best proof is actually the people that are here today. They are the people that we took out.
You're seeing a lot of people now at this particular camp. A lot of the Yazidi refugees that you see have gone to a process already. The process is that once they arrive in the plastic boats from Turkey, they get registered by CYCI. And the registration process is to make sure that either they are single people or they are groups of people, whether it's a family unit or in pairs, whatever is left of a family.
My name is Murad, and I have 2 brothers here and 1 sister, and 8 of my family is in Iraq. They couldn't come because we didn't have money to pay for the smugglers.
Where in Iraq are they?
In Kurdistan area.
In Dahoud?
In Zakho.
In Zakho.
Yeah. Kadia camp.
I see.
Yeah.
Did you go to Lesbos before coming to Athens today?
Yes.
Did you meet Daoud in Lesbos?
Yes, we
From CYCI that works with me?
Yes.
Is he the one that financed the whole group to come here?
Yes. He helped us a lot. He was very nice to us.
That's very nice. I'm happy. I'm the president of CYCI. Did you know that?
It is very nice to meet you. My pleasure to meet you.
You see, for real. This is for real.
This is the reality.
Have you seen me before?
No, this is the first time I see you.
It's so nice.
I am very, very glad to see you. And I am very glad to hear about you, that you helped a lot of Yazidis.
Yes. The most important thing that CYCI does is liberate the Yazidis that were taken by ISIS.
Yeah.
We did 140 till now. We will continue as much as we can.
Thank you very much for your help.
And the people that we took from Lesbos to Germany, like you, so far is almost 2,000 people.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. We appreciate your help. We will never forget you. We will never forget your help. You are Yazidi's father. You become Yazidi's father. You are our father.
Do you know why I do what I do?
Why?
Because the Jewish people were taken by the Nazis, by the Germans in the Holocaust in 1939 to 1945. And for 6 years, we lost 6 million people that were burnt into ovens. And when I saw what happened to you, it reminded me of what happened to us. And I said I would not just look on television, I will act. And this is why I'm acting and helping your people.
Thank you very much. You are a great person. God bless you.
It's my pleasure.
I think this was the best expression and gratification that Steve Maman's work how it can be displayed. Thank you so much for your words.
I don't know how to thank you. I don't know what to say. Like, my tongue is tight. I don't know how to thank you. My tears are coming. I feel to cry.
It's okay to cry.
Yeah. When I saw you, I feel that I see my father in front of me. Thank you very much for your help.
CYCI was going through a challenging time where they were being targeted and questioned to see if their funds were really being used for what they were saying they were being used for.
Did you know that in the news 2 days ago, Kheri Bozani,
Yeah, I heard about Kheri Bozani, yes.
Vian Dakhil,
Yeah.
Ismail Murad from Yazda said that CYCI never helped one Yazidi, never, and they take the money from Yazidi for his pocket. Did you read about this? Did you hear that?
I hear about it, and I know it's not true because I know it by my eyes. Yeah, they helping. Yeah, I mean it. And they arriving me here, and they helping me to get Macedonia border by a ship and for a ticket, paying for a lot. So I appreciate it, and I saw it by my eyes. Yeah.
CYCI is our family. They helped us a lot. Do not believe what you hear. Do not believe what you hear. You have to believe what you see with your eyes. And I witnessed that CYCI helped Yazidis, the homeless. They came by the sea, and they crossed the sea. And the CYCI, they helped them, and they paid for their tickets. And they helped them a lot, and we thank them a lot.
Today we had the opportunity to hear some of the Yazidis that have been helped by CYCI and Steve Maman's, who is Steve Maman's group.
They were 60 people in a tube, like a small boat. And they stayed in the sea for 4 hours, and the water was leaking. The tube was leaking. Yeah, the tube was very dangerous. They were thinking that they will die in the sea. 60 people together, and the waves were very high. And they were praying. They were asking God to save them, and the organization came and saved them. Yeah.
The boat.
I asked many questions. Were there, could they bathe? Was there places where they can go and buy food easily? And there was really no answer at the time. Later on, I found out that Steve was providing the food as well, tickets to travel on the different ferries and buses that they would need to take to get to Germany. And I was witness to the many food that we were able to buy at the moment when we decided to go and find to see what stores would be opened or supermarkets at that hour that we arrived.
CYCI is making an attempt to leave the Yazidis with food this evening, and hopefully we'll have some for them in the morning. The CYCI group, what they're doing is making up bags for families so they can be distributed instead of having a mass line of people. So we're trying to be as fair as possible by creating meal packages.
It's morning and we've arrived at Mytilene, which is the capital of Lesbos Island. We're getting ready to go to our second camp, known by the name of Better Days for Moria. It's a camp where many refugees are living and waiting for transportation to the next port as well. Many things happen when we arrive on that day. First, of course, I take a look around. I notice the multitude of different religious groups as well as different ethnic groups. When we enter this camp, we see many more, to me it seemed like many more refugees than the first camp in Athens. But we are guided towards the area where the Yazidi and Christian refugees are concentrated, where they are being held close together so that CYCI can easily reach them.
Big amount of people, they are not 1, 2, they are a big amount of people who they are liberated.
بصراحة الشكر الأكبر على مود هاي الشغلة. وأنا كنت منتظر هاي الفرصة على مود أشكر هذا الشخص.
They say this is a specific time to thank you, not because of this, because of the liberation of Iraq.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure. Nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure.
As you can see in this particular image, we're inside a tent and there's an elder man and woman, Steve Maman and myself and other refugees inside this tent listening to Steve Maman talk. At that moment, he is taking the opportunity to speak to this elder who knows very well the religious leader of the Yazidi people.
Tell him that the Pasha and CYCI unite together to work to save Yazidis, girls that ISIS take in Sinjar, etc. When they take these girls, to take them back with them, right? And as you know, we took these girls, we bring them back home.
We were also witness to 25 new Yazidi refugees that had just come aboard on the island of Lesbos and were being registered on the side of that particular camp. Following CYCI, I am making notes of them registering these new 25 Yazidi refugees.
So these people just arrived to Lesbos island. They're now in Karatepe camp. There's about 26 people here. They have their family members that are inside. We're going to make the process of the CYCI paperwork. In other words, what Dina is doing right now is one person at a time comes in with their ID cards and their whole family documentation. The government here in Greece will not let anybody off the islands without documents that they are given when they come off the boats, which basically give them access to Europe in order to be able to travel to Europe, through Europe. We take these documents and we go and purchase the tickets on their behalf, and we pay for those tickets, obviously. That's how we end up helping them. We supply the funds for that journey.
What I saw was a man and a crew of volunteers that were dedicated nonstop to the refugees they were assisting, from greeting them, feeding them, making sure that their documentation was ready for them to be able to buy the ferry tickets to the next destination. This was all provided by CYCI. I saw that the CYCI volunteers like Dawood, Juju, Steve Maman, Dina was wonderful at registering all these refugees, and when I tell you nonstop. We, my cameraman Sergio and I would follow them day in and day out. And the whole time we were there, it was constant work. And in these next images, you'll be able to see in the conditions that these refugees arrived. Some are suffering from hypothermia. Some are in shock. The children are restless, scared, hungry, screaming. Other people are just plainly depressed. If you are seeing these images, have heard of the situation with the refugees in Athens, Greece, don't hesitate to extend any type of assistance, whether it be from clothing to food to physical assistance to, of course, any donation that you may be able to give, because it is needed and it is going to a very good use. To CYCI, Steve Maman, and all the volunteers, I would like to say thank you for the work you're doing. You really are God-sent. And like everything else, Steve has worked around the clock for about 9 months, liberating first the young girls from ISIS, from sexual slavery, and now the refugees that are coming from Turkey over to Lesbos. He has decided to step back a little bit, to resume and take over his business again, and he's left behind a new president. And her name is Dylan Bezek, and she is a Yazidi young woman taking on this new position. She really is in for quite a challenge, but I know that she will do just wonderful. Congratulations to you. And thank you again to all CYCI volunteers and to Steve Maman for having the vision and the heart to reach out to the Christian and Yazidi people of Iraq. My name is Ana Palacio. Thank you very much.